Oh, there we go. We all got it. We all got it. Okay, shit. I know this man is happy to see that we all have our supply of miracle food. And I'm
saying salute to you. I want to talk about your YouTube platform. Hey, Luenell, real quick. What inspired you to get into this crazy game, YouTube, and how's your experience so far?
I know, right? Well, literally, it was Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe, who you might know from They Ready, the comedy Netflix special that Tiffany Haddish produced. So Flame has been my friend for many, many years. And Flame had already started doing some little YouTube stuff. And I think we were maybe 2 months into the quarantine. And Flame said, Luenell, you ought to do a YouTube show. You got the popularity and you always got something to say and you got the experience. I said, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to do it. But we just started like on the couch. And then the next week we got a ring light. And next week we got the laptop and rigged it up. And then we got a mixer and we got and it just sort of took on a life of its own. This is what I used to do when I was in Oakland, California. Anyway, I used to work for a all African American owned and operated television station called the Soul Beat Television Network. That was before BET or anything like that. And I used to be on air talent on that network. I had 3 or 4 different type of shows on that network, and I was very, very popular in Oakland before I ever came to LA. So it's been a wonderful experience to be able to stay in front of your fans through this pandemic, but not only just with Instagram Lives, but with the YouTube show. And it gave me a reason to put on some makeup every Wednesday.
Right. Now, how'd you land that the lingerie deal with Rihanna's Savage Fenty?
We have a mutual friend. Her tour bus driver used to be my tour bus driver when I was on tour with Kat, and we remained friends for many, many years since the tour. And one night he called me on FaceTime and he said, "Hey, we looking at you on the tour bus." And I said, "We who?" And he said, "My client." And I said, "Well, who's your client?" And boom, Rihanna popped on FaceTime. I almost had a nervous breakdown. And I almost threw my thumb out so I could try to do a screenshot real quick. And we were talking, and I just told her that my daughter was a fan of her makeup. And I told her, I said, "I like your little lingerie too." I said, "I wish you made it in bigger sizes for us big girls." And Rihanna said, "But I do." And I'm like, well, shoot, I want to be a model. And she was like, "Yeah, let's make it happen." And then we kikied and got off the phone. I was like, "Oh, that was fun." I didn't think no more about it. But then about 2 days later, Rihanna herself hit me in my DMs and asked me for my email. And I was like shocked again. I sent her my email. And that next day, contracts started coming. You got to post twice a month. You're going to get this much amount of money. And we want to look at the pictures. Da, 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 da. We're going to send you lingerie every month. Da, da, da. I was like, wow. So it's ironic you should ask, because where I am right now is on the set of the photos that I shot for March. So those are going to be coming out probably within the next week or so. So anyway, they can keep up with me with all the details of everything I do in my life pretty much on Hey Luenell YouTube show, HeyLuenell. And they can follow me on Instagram at Luenell, Luenell as well. Even though it's on the screen, you'd be surprised at the motherfuckers that still fuck it up when they write my name and talk to me.
Folks can't spell, man. You know that. Let's get into some topics, man. Some trending topics, if you don't mind. We've seen Stacey Dash come out. I thought that was interesting. After everything that's transpired, said that she was the angry black woman on Fox, and she knew that. And she just feels bad about some things she said. She wants to look at things different. What's your thoughts on Stacey Dash?
Stacey Dash can eat a dick. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. What's your thoughts on? I'm interested to hear your perspective on what you see going on with T.I. and his wife Tiny right now. It's a lot of people that I always ask the question, like, where are their friends at? How come nobody's speaking up for them? What's your thoughts on what's going on with them sitting in your position?
Well, just to clarify about the Stacey Dash comment, I think it's too much, too little, too late. Don't try to come running back home when your fearless leader done got kicked out the White House, started an insurgence, and got kicked off Twitter and got kicked off everything. You don't have nobody to have your back no more. Now you're out there swimming all alone. You want to come back home to the Black community. Sorry, you're not invited to the cookout, Stacey Dash. Sorry. So now moving on to what you just asked me. Um, wait a minute. What was that? You just asked?